VOP 90.3 FM. This is the hour, this is the time we come to discuss about the maritime industry, what is happening within the maritime industry, and how we think we can best resolve issues and improve trade as customs would want us to believe. So this is the Maritime and Border Show. You're welcome to it. My name is Prince Chilaka, and I'm with
Dele Utomi. You're very much welcome to this edition of the Maritime and Border Show on 90.3 FM VOP Radio.
All right. Last week we incidentally gave you information, and it turned out that our information came out right. We told you that there were indications that some persons were going to be promoted in the Nigerian customs, and like we say, VOP 90.3 FM was the first to break that news. It was a breaking news, and today we're happy to inform you that the Nigerian Customs Service Board (NCSB) has approved the appointment of 4 Deputy Controller Generals (DCGs) and 12 Assistant Controller Generals (ACGs), alongside the promotion of 3,312 senior officers across various ranks and files. The decisions were taken at the board's 63rd regular meeting held on Tuesday, the 2nd of September 2025. And this meeting was chaired by the Minister of Finance and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun. According to the board, the appointments were made to fill vacancies created by recent retirements and to ensure equitable representation across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones, in line with the federal character policy outlined in Section 14(4) of the Nigerian Customs Service Act 2023. We want to formally congratulate the Nigerian Customs Service.
It's a natural flow of things. A lot of the officers have retired, got into the mandatory age of 60, or have served 35 years of 35 years of compulsory service for those in the Nigerian Customs Service, retired. And then of course spaces have to be filled. There are some area controllers whose positions will have to be filled. We have a case of the controller of Lekki Area Command, Controller Olanrewaju Olumo, who has retired after 35 years. Say congratulations to all of these newly promoted officers and those deployed to new commands and units.
Yes, I am particularly going to congratulate, I think there are 3 people who are very dear to me. One of them is Nadi Dera, the former...
If you are talking about that, I have a whole load of them.
Yes,
Dera is also close.
The former CAC of Apapa, Tinkan, who became an SCG, moved to Abuja, and today he has become a DCG.
Yes.
Congratulations,
Ogadera. And there are also people like...
I want to also congratulate Babatunde Olomo. Yes, he used to be the CAC in Apapa, and today is an SCG. Congratulations. And finally, let me also congratulate my friend and my brother, OC Obi. He used to be the zonal controller, Zone A. He's today a DCG. Congratulations, my brother. And I believe that these new appointments will usher in a brighter future for not only you people, but for the Customs Service and the Nigerian country as a whole.
I also have one person to congratulate, and he's the newly promoted ACG, AB Shuaib. He used to be the area controller of Idiroko. He's now at the headquarters, and I think he's taking up the position of the coordinator of the Operation Whirlwind. Congratulations to CACG AB Shuaib and a whole lot of others who have been promoted. We say a very big congratulations to all of you, and then we keep praying that you may give your best to the nation in the course of your duty.
All right, so that is it. And then all the other officers that have been promoted, including the 3,312 officers that are promoted, it's a good one. We're making waves. We also congratulate this Controller General of the Nigerian Customs, Adeni. He's doing so well.
Wale Adeni.
Yes, well, he's doing so well, and we're happy. And I'm sure a lot of people are happy with the way things are going. While we're still on that, the IMO scribe is to tour Nimasa Navy facilities in October, when he visits Nigeria. The Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization, IMO, Asieno Dominguez, is scheduled to embark on a 3-day working visit to Nigeria from October 2nd to 4th, 2025. This disclosure was made by the Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Association and Safety Agency, NIMASA, Dr. Dayo Muboriola, during a courtesy visit to the agency's headquarters by the flag officer commanding FOC Western Naval Command, Rear Admiral Michael Gregory Omen. Dr. Muboriola commended the FOC for sustaining the long-standing and productive collaboration between the Nigerian Navy and NIMASA, describing it as a model for maritime sector development. The visit of the flag officer commanding Western Naval Command is yet another demonstration of the deep and successful partnership between NIMASA and the Nigerian Navy, which has continued to yield positive outcomes for the maritime industry. So we're looking forward to October. October is very close, and I'm sure this whole thing is to bring Nigeria back to the limelight.
Yeah, we are looking to enter the category C.
Exactly.
The IMO. So all in God's time. I think with the right arrangement and the right preparation over time, we get to meet with our yearnings. I mean, it becomes reality.
All right. Also, on behalf of the management staff of VOP and the anchors of the Maritime and Border Show, we want to congratulate in a special way CSP Benjamin Hundeyin. He's now the new first PRO. He was formerly in Lagos.
Yeah.
The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Diolu Egwetokun, MPM, PhD, has approved the appointment of Chief Superintendent of Police Benjamin Hundeyin as the new first public relations officer. CSP Hundeyin, a seasoned communicator and security professional, brings a wealth of academic and professional experience to the role. He holds a BA Honours in English Language from Lagos State University and an MSc in Legal Criminology and Security Psychology from the University of Ibadan. We wish him all the best. He did his best while he was in Lagos.
Yeah, congratulations to Mr. Hundeyin.
And now that he's gone to Abuja, we expect to have a more dynamic, so to say, relationship between the Nigerian police and the Nigerian public. There's this news that has been trending, and it's giving a lot of Nigerians sleepless night. That's the news that's
proposed tax.
Yeah, 500. And people have been asking questions and asking, what have we done with the subsidy money we have
been
removed?
Able to save.
Yes, and how come we're now beginning to talk about an extra tax on it? Well, I think one of the SAs also have come out to say, to debunk it, that it's not going to take effect in January, but that it's something that they're waiting for the minister. It is the minister that will decide when it will happen. And Nigerians are saying it means that the minister can wake up from sleep on the wrong side tomorrow and say implement. So we're hoping that it's just part of those stories we hear, and that will not.
It will go away.
Yes.
You are hoping that it will go away.
Yes.
But we also know that in this country, things are the government is always testing the waters by introducing things to see the reaction of the people, and then we wake up when it becomes reality. So,
you mean what they're doing is they're really testing the waters?
Yeah,
just let's see how the people will react. And if the people don't complain, because Nigerians have become so docile,
I think we have a whole lot of us have been browbeaten. We are tired. The fight in us has actually gone, and so the different governments are not really taking our feelings into or our complaints into consideration.
Is it that the labor unions and the CSOs have all gone to sleep, or is it just that
I think it's largely due to the fact that more and more people within the society have fallen into the poverty trap. So,
survival of the fittest, more like it?
Yeah. So, and poverty, to me, my personal opinion, I think poverty has been weaponized in this country. Once you are settled as a person, you keep quiet, and
once you're benefiting from the government in power, you just But I mean, we are using this forum to talk to the federal government that the hardship is really, really much. Adding an extra burden on the Nigerian people does not speak well at all. This is not what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised Nigerians when he was coming to power. Even though people have come out to say he said he was going to, expand the tax net
and reduce the purchasing power of the people.
So people say that is what he's doing. But I think it's high time those who work with Mr. President should be able to tell him that Nigerians are groaning under his leadership. And a sad news: gunmen kill 8 NSCDC personnel, 1 civilian, kidnapped Chinese nationals in Edo State. The Nigerian Security...
That's operatives of the Nigerian Civil...
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has confirmed the killing of 8 of its personnel and a civilian driver following an ambush in Edo State. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps regrets to announce the unfortunate incident that occurred on Friday, 5th of September 2025 at about 22:30 hours along the Okpela-Aganabode axis, Edo State. Armed men laid an ambush on the convoy of a Chinese national from Bua Cement Company, Okpele, leading to the tragic death of 8 personnel. I mean, what is going on?
Well, I said it a while ago that poverty is becoming rife everywhere. It's and the consequences that crime is getting more and more pervasive everywhere, and so it's a function of the decadence and the lack of quality in terms of governance and in terms of opportunities for people to be able to make life better for themselves. People take to crime, although there are some people who can never be excused. There are some people who are naturally, they are criminals in spite of all opportunities they still have. But we need to do more to help people. And again, the security situation, I don't know, we keep hearing from the government side that it's improving, but I don't think with things like this, I don't think it's true that it's improving. It's disheartening. They need to do more.
All right. As you know, there's this back and forth going on between the Direct Trucking Company Drivers Association, DTCDA, and NUPENG.
Yeah.
And DTCDA is indirectly saying that there seems to be some form of grandstanding by NUPENG, that NUPENG is trying to hold Nigerians to ransom. And I think it's all because of the fact that Dangote is talking about rolling out about
3,000 trucks of his own, yeah.
So it's a very serious one. Now the question we're asking is NUPENG holding Nigerians down, or is it that there's something we're not being told, especially in the oil sector? Why all this back and forth?
You see, there are certain associations and maybe groups that are extremely powerful, that to the extent that when they see something, or when the government becomes jittery, of course, over time, NUPENG, who are usually the tanker drivers, the people who work within the oil companies, they have so much power that they can take certain actions that will be so detrimental to the economy, and the DTC, I think the direct competition, they want the monopoly of NUPEC to be broken, as in with this issue of maybe Dangote bring.
No, but if you ask me, I would say that if you're saying that they want the monopoly of NUPEC to be broken, which is what we want, but are we not also going to create another monster by allowing Dangote to now become the one who monopolizes the system?
Dangote, you know that Dangote actually, before now, I think they still do have. Did they have their own tankers?
No, what Dangote did was to have an alliance with MRS. So they are working.
So MRS is a subsidiary of the whole thing now. I think MRS is a subsidiary of the Dangote group. So,
no, I don't think they are subsidiary.
But they are sister companies. Yes. So it's still the same thing we are talking about.
So what it simply means is the fact that at the end of the day, we're going to have a situation where we're holding one monster down and breeding another monster.
Yeah. Because people have actually complained that Dangote is a monopolistic kind of person in terms of all the businesses that he does.
Still on insecurity. We heard that Boko Haram killed 60 residents, 7 soldiers in house-to-house attack in Maiduguri. Boko Haram insurgents killed more than 60 people, including 7 soldiers, in a night-time assault on a village in northeastern Nigeria, Borno State, to which people had returned only last month, following years of displacement, residents said. I mean, you can imagine the trauma. People have been displaced for how many years, and they're just coming back. And then there's another attack. And then the question we keep asking is, what is happening to intel gathering in Nigeria, especially with our security agencies? Why are they not gathering enough intel to be able to curb these whole things before it takes place? It's really heart-rending when you have to watch your loved ones being slaughtered or being killed, and you're just defenseless. You don't really know what to do.
I don't want to say that our security operatives they are, is it battle weary, or they are not efficient enough also. A whole lot of times actually they complain that the arms that these non-state actors use are more superior than the ones the security agencies have in their domain. And so when you are in a war situation, although we also know that in battles, guerrilla warfare is usually won by non-state actors in most cases, because they don't do conventional fighting. So it's terrible. What you will need to do is to put in more effort into intel gathering, put in more effort into covert operations. Catch these people before they go into.
Are you trying to talk about the movie Catch Me If You Can? All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once more, welcome to VOP 90.3 FM. This is the Maritime and Border Show. This is Prince Chilaka, and
my name is Dili Utomi. This is an audience participatory program, of course. We need you to call in as the program goes on, and we have numbers for you to call in through. We have 070 090 390 3903. 070 090 390 3903.
08171756338.
And 0803 6929933.
08171756338. These are the numbers you can reach us. All right, this afternoon, we have a very special guest in the house. He's the PRO of Africa Association of Professional Freight Forwarders and Logistics of Nigeria, AFLON. He is a person of Alhaji Abdul Razak Giwa. He's a PRO. Alhaji, you're welcome, sir.
Thank Good afternoon, Nigerians.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the program. Yeah.
So, sir. Okay, you go ahead.
Okay. You're very much welcome to the program. We today on the program we are going to talk to Mr. Giwa here about on the topic, which is the topic on which we are talking today to him about is the freight forwarders and government policies, the way forward. Sir, just before we enter into the studio here, we're talking a little bit about the issue of a proliferation of freight forwarding associations. Don't you think that the fact that you guys are not united brings about the government not being able to, using the situation to, take advantage of you guys? What do you think, sir? We have about 6 or 7 associations, plus numerous others have not been accredited.
Thank you very much. Thanks for that question. I don't want to believe totally about that. Freight forwarding association, the freight forwarding sector is a very large sector and cannot be covered by only one association. So the more the population of professionals grow, the more it is likely that we'll have more associations. So that is why we have different groups and associations. And I don't want to believe totally that we are not united. There are various ways that we are united, and they are what unites us is much more larger than what divides us. So I don't want to believe totally that we are not united. There are various things that make such united. Just like recently, you will have read it in the news that Custom is trying to propose an increment in custom license.
Yeah.
And just because of that singular act that will affect every one of us, we are united on kicking against it. Though we have a common front in making our voice being heard and being impactful.
Okay, sir. That's in one area. But we also know that you have a regulator called the Council for the Regulation of Freight Forwarding in Nigeria. Yeah. That's the CRFFN. Recently, a new registrar of CRFFN was appointed in October last year.
Yes.
One of the major associations, freight forwarding associations, went to court to battle it out against the government's decision to appoint such a person, because they feel that the man was coming from another association. Yeah. So isn't that an infighting sort of that one thing that make the government not to take you guys very serious?
Actually, it is not only one that took the matter to court. It is four of them that took the matter to court, led by one association. One association, okay. Led, others follow. So you see, I always believe that CRFFN is a regulatory body. When we see it as a regulatory body, the better for all of us. So as much as we begin to play politics with it, we will be having problems, and the government will not take us serious. But if we see it as a regulatory body, yes, we want a professional registrar, and I think this is the first time that we are having a professional registrar as at the helm of affair. So the best thing for us is to come together and support one of us who is leading us, instead of fighting against ourselves.
Okay, let me take it up from there. When you say fighting, is this fighting because this person was appointed by government, or is this fighting because of selfish and personal interests of some members?
I want to believe it is a supremacy battle.
Please explain.
A supremacy battle. This person is coming from one association, and we are the foremost association. We don't expect someone from an association who came behind us to lead us. So that is the essence of this battle. No, it's not about interest of maybe greed or anything. It's about supremacy.
Okay.
Besides the issue of going to court about this particular person, there was still another court case which recently, although they won, but of course the CRFFN went to appeal it, about the function of the CRFFN itself. One of the associations is saying that the CRFFN cannot regulate them because they are not freight forwarders, according to them, that they are licensed customs brokers. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I read the judgments, I followed the news. The court case has been instituted before the Nigerian Customs Service Act came into existence.
Okay.
That court case was instituted based on the SEMA Act, the Custom and Excise Management Act.
2023?
No.
The previous one?
The previous act.
Okay.
That's the SEMA,
yeah.
the Custom and Excise Management Act.
Yeah.
So the judgment was based on that act. The Nigerian Customs Service Act,
2023.
the 2023 Act,
yeah.
recognized freight forwarders.
Yeah.
And if you are a freight forwarders in Nigeria, you are under the regulation of CRFN.
Yeah.
Before you can obtain, one of the requirements to obtain your license, according to the NCX 2023 Act, is that you must be a member of a freight forwarding association. It is rare. Somewhere around section 130 of that act.
Okay.
So that judgment, if CRFN have a good lawyer by appealing, I believe they can, turn it over based on the new act.
But despite that, although you recognize that, some other associations are also, tapping into that to say that, we won't allow these people to regulate us, and we will further fight this battle towards the end. Is that not sort of one cutting his nose to spite his face? Because, like you said, this is a professional, one of you guys trying to do this job for the very first time since 2007.
Yeah.
Since CRFFN was instituted, you have a professional heading it. Why can't you guys come up together to support him?
I said it earlier. It's a supremacy battle, and my expectation is that the registrar has a lot of work to do. He needs to unify. He needs to unify all the practitioners. He needs to unify the associations. He needs to shy away from petty politics, which Several has been embroiled in since inception.
Okay.
So he needs to get away from all that and stand up as a regulator, a professional regulator. So I believe with that, he will make heads and he will achieve a lot.
On the side of the, sorry, one more question, sir. On the side of the CRFFN, I interviewed the registrar a couple of weeks back, and he was talking about re-registration or reaccreditation of associations. How do you think? Don't you think this will have a very, very big effect on the various associations? Since they are the ones, of course, registering and regulating the association and freight forwarders.
I think that is long overdue.
Oh.
Yeah, that is long overdue because there are some of the associations that I always tell people, CRFFN was adopted by, we have 5 accredited associations.
Yes.
CRFFN did not accredit. CRFFN was adopted by these 5.
Okay.
Because they have been in existence before CRFFN. So when CRFFN came, CRFFN wants an atmosphere of acceptance.
Okay.
So which association are in existence? The 5 are in existence. Okay, we'll accredit you without any
going through the normal
requirement
process. Okay.
Normal process. They didn't go through no requirement, no process. They just accredit them. And that was what happened. So CRFFN has not, since inception, CRFFN has not exercised its power of accrediting.
Okay.
It was just a kind of...
They did that out of necessity.
Out of necessity. Okay. Accept me and I will accredit you. That was what happened.
Okay, now, so in all of this, let us bring it down to government policy,
Okay.
because that's where our interest lies. How has government policy affected or led to the creation of multiple organizations?
Well, you see, when people feel abandoned, they will, create an atmosphere for, self-defense,
Help.
self-protection, self-help. So that is what happened and what led to, all these associations and all that. Self-help just came up in 2007. It was just enacted in 2007. Freight forwarding in Nigeria has been in existence even in the pre-colonial eras.
Yeah.
So if Nigeria got independence in the 60s, early 60s, in 1960 to be precise, and we've been in this practice before independence, and we are now having a regulator in 2007, it shows you the lacuna. So within that space, all the formal association sprang up, another came out from it, and all of us have at one time or the other, we were part of the formal association with ANELCA.
Yeah.
All of us. Even
NAGAF and the rest of them. NAFAC and the rest of them.
So we were once a member of, except you are just a beginner.
Okay.
So, but if you can boast of like 25, 30 years of experience in this industry, you will have one time or the other been a member of ANELCA. So
that's the Association of Nigerian Licensed Customs Agents. Yeah.
So, because if you now believe your interest is not well protected in one place, or there are a lot of power play, lot of caucuses that is not helping you as an individual, or they are not seeing things in your own perspective, people of like mind will come together and say, okay, we think these people are not protecting our interests to the best of our knowledge, and we cannot push them out. There are a lot of people in this industry that if it were government, they were government officials, they would have been retired for a very long time, but they refuse to go because they are private businessmen. You cannot push them out. You cannot, say they shouldn't practice, but they still remain our boss in the industry. Ogami, they still remain there. There's nothing you can do about it. So you cannot overtake them. So the best thing for you is, okay, let's create our own separate entity. So that is how associations begin to spring out from ANELCA. NAGAF came. NAFAC before NAGAF. NAGAF came. RFN came. National Council. All those associations start to spring up. When the professional interests of some people are not being protected, they will pull out.
All right. African Association of Professional Freight Forwarders and Logistics of Nigeria, AFLON. How or what is your relationship? How has your relationship been with Shippers Council?
We have a very good and robust relationship with Shippers Council. We have our ways of communication. Whenever there's a stakeholders engagement, they involve us. Whenever we think we need to call their attention to some things in the port industry, we do write letters to them, and there's no time that we call on them that they don't talk to us.
And what has been their responses?
They have good response. A few days ago, some of them were still in their office, and just to give us about a survey of the industry, and we have good relationship with the Shippers Council, and not only Shippers Council, other regulatory bodies too.
Okay.
My part there is my question in your relationship as regards the Shippers Council comes in this form. A whole lot of time, freight forwarders such as your good self, sir, talk about the issue of exploitation by the shipping companies and the terminal operators. And a whole lot of people have complained that the issue of demurrages payments, that's when you're not able to clear your good cargoes on time within the specific period of time, and you incur extra costs, according to your technical terms, demurrage. And these things have not been looked into properly by the Shippers Council. And the issue of return of empty containers, they deliberately delay it in order to take the money away or get more money. And a lot of you guys talk about not being held by Shippers Council. How have people been able to address this in this your current meeting, sir?
Yeah, the Shippers Council, they are the port economic regulator.
Yes.
And sometimes when you mandate someone to regulate, you have to give them the power to sanction. So when you don't give them the power to sanction, it becomes difficult for them. They can only shout and bark. They cannot, bite or, give sanctions. So when they cannot give sanctions, the only thing they do is, they will just keep doing meetings with you, try to persuade you, and if they cannot sanction, there's nothing you can do about it.
They're saying that the Shippers Council is to let pulled out.
So no, they used to be. So now there is an act that is they are trying to,
look into
their act.
Okay.
So they can have the legal backing to sanction most of these port concessionaires, the shipping companies and the terminal operators. So they can be able to hold them and make them responsible. So most of these shipping terminal operators and shipping companies, most of them are foreign companies. A lot of them come to Nigeria just to exploit, which is the truth. And if you look at the people who are the chairman of their company, you will see that they are powerful politicians who use them to make money. So
at the detriment of Nigerians.
So if you don't give the regulatory agency the power to sanction, there's nothing they can do.
So you are telling us that their hands are tied.
Exactly.
By the same government who set them up.
Exactly. So now there's a kind of amendment into the act that established them. So if that amendment has been signed to law, they will have been able to sanction.
Okay, so if you are saying that they are waiting for the amendment to be signed into law, why is it taking so much time? What are these? Too many associations. Why are they not pushing? Why are they not so pushful to ensure that
it is these associations that are even, they push for the amendment of the act? Because I know a lot of the association, including ours, were there to support the amendment of the act at the National Assembly.
So why is Shippers Council itself not pushing hard enough for it to be signed? I mean, this is something that has to protect the interests of indigenous citizens, Nigerians, who are doing business.
Yeah, if you are working with the government, if you push too much, it will seem like you have personal interest.
No, but this is about Nigerians.
The government won't look at it that way. Why is it coming from you? You are working, you are a salary, and why is it coming from you if you don't have your own personal interest?
So what it means is that
it's always better if the forces are coming from outside and not within.
No, what it means is that the Shippers Council may be on its own, do not even know what they want. Because if you're set up by government to protect the interests of the Nigerian people, and you are not doing anything, you just watch Nigerians suffer in the hands of these multinationals who come in. then for me, you shouldn't be there.
You will be working based on the legal framework that you have that backs you.
Yeah, Mr. Giwa, let's can we engage the audience, please?
All right. The lines to call in 0700 903 903 903
and 0817 1756 338 081 17 1756 338.
You can reach us on these lines. The lines are all open. You can join the Maritime and Border Show, and we have with us Alhaji Abdulrazak Giwa, the PRO of AFLON. We're looking at government policies and associations and the way forward. So let's continue, sir. We looked at, now let us look at your organization and the Biodogu system. There's been a lot of complaints. How have you been able to fight for your members to ensure that the hitches being experienced with the Biodogu, they do not have to pay demurrages for their consignments?
Well, thank you very much for that question. You see, I want to state it categorically that the Biodogu, though is a government initiative, but it's a baby of AFLON.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't let you that. It's a baby of AFLON because we used to have Wefontaine, and before Biodogu, Wefontaine is one of the foreign companies in Nigeria.
Yeah,
it's the contract is the contract that they have with the Nigerian government is a kind of shady contract, and it's a kind of something of capital flight.
Okay.
They are not as efficient as it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Sometimes you have network
Can you hold up? Can you hold it? Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Oh, okay, we've lost him. You can go ahead.
So they have a lot of downtime, like 3 weeks, 1 month, the network will be bad. We have experienced a lot of horrible time through them. People have incurred demurrages running into billions of naira.
Okay.
And there's no compensatory law, nothing done about it. It is AFLON that is always on their neck. We went to the National Assembly based on this Wefontaine till the existence of Biodogu came up.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Hello, good afternoon. Go ahead, please.
So till the existence of Biodogu came up. So Biodogu is an indigenous platform for Nigerian Customs Service.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to Maritime and Border Show. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
I'm Austin from Ogun State.
Okay, Austin, welcome.
You see, sometimes when somebody is trying to express out his feeling on any platform, radio platform in this country, most of the journalists who are not doing their work will be trying to cut off that people, the person off. Look at what that man, that you are something he's saying. A country.
Please, there is no please. Point of order, sir. You cannot call and say something, please.
It's allowing foreigners to come and take control in their domain. Which Nigeria cannot be able to do it, even within within African sub-region, not to talk of Europe. You see, I'm ashamed of this country. You see, I'm very, very ashamed of this country. What is happening? The white man will come here and dominate and be giving you control, which you can never attempt in their country. I'm very, very ashamed of it. Look at what that man is saying there. Is it right? Is it right? Let us call it a spade. Nigeria has failed. Let us come to the table. Nigeria has failed.
No, sir. thank you. Nigeria has not failed.
Nigeria actually has not failed, and
Yeah.
because we accept that we have problems in the country, that's why we are talking about it. Of course, Mr. Giwa here is stating the obvious. Of course, some Nigerians connive with foreigners to come and create capital flight, and well, it's good that we talk about it so that we now have a standard. We have things going right. That's why he's talking about it, and that's the essence of this show. Thank you so very much, sir.
So I think Mr. Austin is very, very emotional.
No, but every Nigerian should be emotional.
We
Because
should about this country. Yes, we should be emotional.
We are
about this.
migrating from.
Can we
those
hold on one
times-
second?
Okay.
sir? Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to Maritime and Border Show. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Hello.
We can hear
Go on
you. Go
ahead.
ahead.
We can hear you, sir. Go on ahead. We can hear you. Introduce yourself and tell us where you're calling in from.
All right.
Can't hear.
They can hear us.
So we are moving away from those times where we have foreigners and their capital flight to our own indigenous platform, and it's a good thing. So look, the Biodogu platform, initially we have the teething problem. So we shouldn't throw away the
Baby and the bathwater.
The bathwater.
Okay.
So I think we need to give it time. All we just need is the Ministry of Finance.
please, can you switch off? Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to Maritime and Border Show.
Is that I'm calling from Solo.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Please tell us. Give us your thoughts.
These politicians, I'm just blaming them. They are making Nigeria to be worse. I'm ashamed of Nigeria. Let me know that. I'm ashamed of Nigeria.
Please don't be ashamed.
Don't
of
be
Nigeria.
ashamed. There's hope for this country. This country is becoming great. It's going to be. We are all going to.
Oh, she has caught. All right, go ahead.
So I think we are just passing through the teething problem for Biodogu, and it is expected. So all we need is that the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy should just both come together, and through the Chiefs Council encourage these terminal operators and shipping companies that whenever there is network downtime, they should please waive the demurrage for people to
Okay, you say you're putting the decision making now on the footsteps of the doorsteps of the
both ministries,
both
finance
ministries.
and marine and blue
But then the
economy.
question is, your association, what are you doing to ensure that you get these ministries to work? Because that's why you are there.
Yeah, we there's a lot of things we are doing. We like just last week, one of the financial institutions, they have network problem too, where you cannot access, you cannot pay duty and all that. We wrote to the Ministry of Finance. It's all over in the news. We wrote to the Ministry of Finance. There is no time that we think there is something that would trouble us, our members, or hinder trade facilitation that we won't act about it. We will act about it. We will write the Ministry of Finance, but we can only write an advice. Putting thoughts and words into action lies with the ministries and the regulatory bodies. So that is what we can do. We've been doing it, and we won't rest on our oars. We will keep doing what we can do to make sure that Nigerians don't suffer for what they did not deserve.
Okay, so I'm going to still come back, take us back to Biodogu. When you started, you said it's more like your brainchild.
Yeah.
Good. Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, because Fontaine has been there for years, managing the Nigerian Customs Service system, and
That's nice, it's true.
yeah, NICES 2. Even before NICES 2, they've been the one managing the system generally.
Okay.
And whenever there is the downtime of network downtime, when you approach custom will tell you it's not their making, it is Webfontaine. So who are these people? Who are these Webfontaine? So that is when Aflon started, writing to the ministries, writing to the Senate, till the Senate have to call. We have a joint session. I think it's the first time in the maritime history where an association will bring a joint session of House of Rep and Senate together on one issue. So we were there, and since then there's been a lot of pressure on Webfontaine. There's been a lot of pressure on the custom itself, Ministry of Finance itself, till they came up with the idea of this Biodogu. So that is why I said the making of Biodogu is a brainchild of Aflon.
Okay, sir. I have one question. The freight forwarding involves delivery of value along the logistic value chain.
Yeah.
We have so many government agencies taking part in different aspects of the logistic value chain. We have NIMASA, we have the Shippers Council, the economic regulator, we have the NPA, we even have NEWA, the National Light Water. What are basically the systematic ways to exploit the resources that are inherent within the sector? How can your association and other associations help in making the government to see the enormous resources? Because it's projected that we have over 90 trillion naira within this economy, within the maritime sector. The issue of the CVFF, that's a cabotage vehicle financing fund. What are your plans by our association to help push shippers to get, because of course it's part of your business as freight forwarders, to have the access to this fund and then make use of it to provide the shipping that will help Nigerian economy to grow and your businesses such as yours also to grow. That's on one part. Of course, you've talked about the fact that the Nigerian Shippers Council is hamstrung by the legislation that does not give them the power to punish shipping lines and terminal operators. There are so many other things that you people can do. Why can't you, especially like this one I talked about now, can't you do certain things by advocates in these areas to help the economy grow and your businesses grow further?
There's a lot we can do. There's a lot the associations can do, including Aflon too. But one thing we should first put into cognizance is that the basic intention or the basic responsibility of the association is the welfare of members. So whatever is directly impacting our members is always paramount to us than what is indirectly impacting them.
Okay.
All this CVFF, the Cabotage Vessel Financing Fund, is not directly impacting on our members, though indirectly it will impact on our businesses and make us have a cost-effective trade, but it is not a direct
so like those ones are not in your purview right now,
so it's not a direct thing. When it was broadcasted that we read it in the news that the ministry will start disbursing the funds, one thing that's our major concern is that those who will access the fund should be profiled well, just to make good use of those funds.
So that you don't take the funds and
not those who would
marry a second wife or third wife.
Marry second wife or go and
go abroad
go and be getting chieftaincy titles and all that. So we wrote to the minister based on that, and that is one thing I believe. Accountability is very, very paramount when it comes to disbursing funds to people. So I think if the funds are disbursed, it will have its own micro effects on our businesses too, which we will see how we can put our weight in encouraging the government to do that as soon as possible.
One more question for you, sir, from me.
All right.
Yeah, in January, the cost of registration or sort of registration of course, pre-forwarders will go high from it's become like 4 million naira according to what projection we hear.
Freight forwarder or custom license.
Customs license. Yeah, sorry.
It used to be 515 to 10 million naira,
10
and
million.
the renewal from 215 to
20 million
4 million naira.
Okay, you renew yourself,
Yeah.
4 million naira. What's your association doing to counter at least to be able to hold that thing, because it's going to tell enormously negatively on your finances. What's your association about?
It's not about Afron alone. It's about all the associations. So I said it in the beginning of the program that
That's the only thing that's brought everybody together.
there are a lot of things.
Where you have to share your personal
things that
interests.
bring us together are much more than those that divide us.
Okay.
So, and the more we look at those things that bring us together, the better for us. You see, we will always go to same markets, no matter how you are, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. So, if you want to play politics of, no, I will want to do this my own way, it will affect all of us.
Yeah.
So that is why we decided to say, okay, let us come together as professionals, regardless of association we belong. And I think we've been doing that, and soon you will read the outcome in the news.
Okay.
I pray and believe that our coming together will yield good results and make sure this arbitrary increment doesn't stay.
Okay, let's look a little bit about logistics, even though we're running out of time, because I see that your organization covers logistics.
Yeah.
Now, looking at your organization and looking at Nigerian Ports Authority, NPA,
Yeah.
how has the relationship been like?
We have a very
With all this,
TTP.
TDB and all of that, call up and all of that. So, how have you been able to manage it? Because a lot of other organizations, associations we've spoken to, they've complained bitterly about it. Is the same applicable to your own association?
Yeah, we let me first start with the relationship with NPA. We have a good relationship with NPA, but having a good relationship doesn't mean we will always have same ideology. The NPA is mandated with its own statutory duties according to the act that established it. So if there is something going on that is bad, we will always lay our complaint. They have a complaint unit. They have people we talk to. The ETO has been, it has good intention in the first place, but it has been hijacked. People have been selling tickets.
Who are the hijackers?
I believe the transporters, maybe transporters and.
How can transporters hijack a government process?
This is how it works. Maybe they buy tickets, resell tickets, ticket racketeering and all that. So, Nigerians are for who we are. We always blame the government, but who are we really saints? Who are the governments? It's me and you. So if we want a good country and we don't want to be good citizens, how do we have a good country? So that's the problem with almost every policy. Policies always come with good intentions, but when it is hijacked, you will see that the policy.
Who hijacks it? That's a question.
It is a question for all of us.
Okay, let me put it this way: a police officer, for instance, has a gun to protect you, and he fails to protect you, and you're saying, "Oh, he failed to protect me because his gun was taken from him." And the question is, who took the gun from him? Because if government has set rules, who is meant to implement the rules? It's not government officials.
Sir, that similitude might not be applicable on this matter.
No, it is applicable.
Let me tell you, sir. We brought up ETO, and ETO, okay, for every vehicle that you are calling, maybe the ticket the government is selling is 200 naira or 500 naira. Somebody bought like 50 and started selling a ticket of 500 naira for 20,000 naira.
Why would that happen?
That is the problem.
It means that the government officials themselves are not doing what they're supposed to do.
Who are the government officials? Individuals. So individuals.
I want to lay the blame on somebody.
Sorry, that means there's actually a lacuna within the process.
Within the process,
yeah.
there is sabotage somewhere.
Yeah, because I got to speak with a transporter a few days ago, and he was saying that officially you're supposed to pay like 22,000 naira to access the port ticket. Yes.
Yeah.
But they pay sometimes as much as 150,000 naira.
Of course, yes.
That is outrageous. It impacts on the cost of goods. It impacts of everything that
And
has
go
to
back
do with
to the markets.
Yes.
All right, time is fast spent. This is the Maritime and Border Show. We're going to close up now. Can you give us your parting shot, sir?
Well, one, I want to advise that the government, the regulatory agencies, should focus more on regulatory than revenue generation. The economy is bleeding already, so the customs should rethink on their proposal of increment on the license, increment on the renewal. They should have a rethink, and other government agencies too. We should focus more on trade facilitation, security, rather than revenue generation. Yeah, we need the revenue, but it is only in a secure environment that we will spend all those money and be happy about it. Our infrastructures are always safe only when we have a secure environment.
All right. Hello, good afternoon. You're our final last caller for today. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Obinna.
Welcome, Obinna.
Why are you asking all these questions? Who hijack it? Nigeria is a country that anything can go. Go to license office. Go to local government offices. You will not enter the main office. There is agent there. You that want to come and possess anything, you will not enter. When you enter, the officials cannot answer you. It's the agent. Nigeria have decayed. Nigeria have beyond. I don't think there is repair for this country. We are afraid. You are asking who hijack it, who does that. Nigeria have become what I cannot explain how Nigeria is now. I can't explain it. We all know this. We all know what is happening. We all know what is going on. We know this. Why are we pretending that we don't know? We all know this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Obinna. Have yourself a nice day. Mr. Agiwa, you are giving your parting shot. On the part of your members, what advice would you give in terms of...
To my members and other professional freight forwarders, I want to advise that we should be compliant freight forwarders. Compliant with the extant laws, the regulations, and always be on the good side of the law. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
And this has been the Maritime and Border Show on 90.3 FM, Voice of the People Radio. My name is Dili Utomi.
All right, so we thank you, our listeners. Next week, Sunday, 12:30, we'll be here to continue to discuss on the ways of ensuring we improve on how business is carried out within the maritime sector. My name is Prince Chilaka, and I'm signing out. Thank you.
Have yourself a wonderful week ahead.